While going through your introduction, I noticed this word clinical hypnotherapy. And my exposure to hypnosis is back in the day in Cartoon Network, there used to be one person, dangling a yo-yo in front of somebody and manipulating that other person. And nowadays, I've heard of clinical hypnotherapy taking precedence in trying to help people in, getting themselves better. So, can you tell our viewers as to what exactly clinical hypnotherapy is and how it helps?
Sure. So, hypnosis is something very different, and clinical hypnotherapy is each person accessing their own subconscious mind. There are ways you can do it on your own, and it's most effective when you do it with a therapist. Our subconscious mind has so many files of experience, which is forming the basis for a lot of patterns, triggers. Even when something happens or someone even says something, why does it affect us so much? The charges with which we have gone through it in the past, they are locked in our physical body too as cellular memories. These are terms now very popular. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, we lock them in our body. Now, when people access their subconscious mind, they get to understand the basis behind their behavior and performance with way more clarity. This happened at that time, and that's why when I go up on stage, I break into a sweat and, I'm not able to speak properly. Whereas if I'm talking to 2-3 people, I'm very good with my communication. Or when I get into flights, why do I go into a little of a panic attack? Or why is there so much of constant worry? Or there are so many fears that I'm aware of. Where is it coming from? What's the basis? And how much I try to, distract myself, cognitively put it aside, I'm not able to do it. So all these questions people have, the root cause or the reasons are there in our own subconscious mind. So with the help of a therapist, if people can actually go, it's a very interesting and fun way. It's not really a very serious business of going into your subconscious mind. In fact, then you have to also connect with your inner space. It's very relaxing. A lot of the balancing and harmony that we have been asking for, just going through what we call a progressive relaxation technique, just before we are able to access our subconscious mind, is of extreme therapeutic value for each person to just know that, what, I can naturally relax and I can let go of things, which are locked, and then start accessing. So the mind will show up. Just like in dreams, we have visuals, your subconscious mind will show up of what happened, what can we look at. And it's amazing. Fears, effectiveness in performance, issues with relationships, our connection with ourselves, which may not be how much we try, not very good. So many things get resolved with people accessing their subconscious mind. And what I have seen is I work towards making everyone independent of their own well-being.